still have your teeth? Is that what you did?
I just had lunch. I want to make sure. Do I have anything in my teeth? Good? We're good?
You got some enamel in there.
Okay, fire away.
Well, I mean, let's talk about it, guys. It's been 15 years since Hellboy came out in theaters that first time.
Well, it hasn't been 15 years since Hellboy. It's been 15 years since our Hellboy.
Right. So when was the first time you guys heard of Hellboy?
Well, I heard of Hellboy. What year did we do the first Hellboy? 2003?
We filmed in 2003. It came out in 2004. Yeah.
So I heard of Hellboy exactly 7 years before we started filming Hellboy 1. Because that's how long Guillermo took to get the movie made.
How about you, Doug?
And for me, I was cast closer to the filming, and I had not heard of Hellboy. I know it's terrible. I had not heard of the Hellboy comics. So when Guillermo came offered me Abe-Sapien, he gave me the script and a pile of graphic novels at the same time, and said, "Read up, and get back to me tonight." I had like hours to go study up and say, "Yes, I love it. I'll do it," and I did.
And Ron, you and Guillermo had a relationship going all the way back to Kronos, through Blade. It was you and he working on getting this movie made, and there are all sorts of horror movies about executives saying, well, what if he only becomes Hellboy when he's mad? You know, that's a pretty famous one that Guillermo's talked about. Was there any point where you guys were like, guys, this might not get made?
Well, I had nothing to do with getting the film made. I had a lot to do with telling Guillermo if he wanted to get it really made, he should stop using my name, because that was not going to get anybody to write a check of that magnitude, since I was obscure and invisible, basically. But he had his quirky little idea, you know. These directors, they're so weird. And he stuck to his guns, and that's why it took him 7 years. But it was all Guillermo versus the studios, and I was basically just in the background, waiting, listening to some of the anecdotes, like some of the notes that he got, like you just mentioned, you know, can he just be Hellboy when he gets mad? You know, there's another character like that, right?
Yeah, pretty famous.
Kind of a hulky guy.
Yeah, he's signing right over there. Yeah.
Hey Lou, how you doing? But yeah, one of the notes that he got from some really brilliant executives at Universal Studios was, does he have to be red?
Oh, that hurts.
Because I think his first wife was red, I don't know. He had some sort of thing.
But the famous story also is that Guillermo had you in mind, and then Mike Mignola had his character that he had been doing since the early 90s. And he also had a specific actor in mind, and they said, well, who are you thinking of? Who are you thinking of? And at the same time, they said the same person. Is that the way you heard it?
That's the way I heard it. Never believed it, but that's how I heard it.
So, once you guys were rolling, how did you guys meet on set, the two of you guys? Was it like in the movie? Did you guys team up?
You know, we knew each other for 7 months, and I had no idea that was Doug Jones until that blue shit. Just like, I always just saw him as like, you know, because he used to get there 3-4 hours ahead of me, and I was there for 5 hours in the makeup chair. And I don't think we saw each other for real until the rap party.
I think we brushed at the concierge level of the hotel for breakfast one day. I was like, hey Ron, he's like, yeah, who are you? I'm that guy.
I said to him, you have a really familiar voice. You sound really a lot like the guy who's playing Abe-Sapien. Is this thing on?
It is.
This is some funny shit, people. I mean, I'm no Kevin Smith, but come on.
Right. Kevin wore him out. Just yell smoochy boochies or whatever Kevin does. I think they'll be okay. They'll be back on your side.
Do it.
How long do you guys shoot for when you're spending 6, 7, 8 hours in makeup? how much of that is actually in production? You guys are not doing 12-hour days, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, no, still film a 10, 12-hour day. 18-hour days were the norm, honestly. I didn't, Hellboy 2 especially, 6 months in Budapest, Hungary, 6 days a week.
When we started Hellboy, Doug was 325 pounds.
That's what'll do.
That is what a 20-hour workday would do. Is this thing on? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are some of those difficulties? You guys are both like covered in makeup.
I know the problem. He's asking too many serious questions.
Well, there's only, I mean, you're running around and were there pranks on set? Is that what you want me to ask?
Pranks.
I'm guessing there were.
I don't know, did you have any energy for pranks? I didn't.
No, you guys are covered in makeup. How do you even act through that stuff?
I do have a fun story though.
Go for it.
From Hellboy 1. We were arriving in the garbage truck, our vehicle. That was like our Batmobile. A garbage truck. And we were arriving to the scene of a crime or the scene of a happening. We'll have to walk down a really long corridor, make a left turn and walk down another long corridor before we see Professor Broom, father figure to Hellboy, played by John Hurt. He was on a staircase. So, bless his soul. So we're walking. Now mind you, in my Ape Sapien makeup, I'm basically blind, right? So I have like little tear ducts I look through with these big eyes out here that are built into the mask. Over those eyes were a pair of goggles with water in them. So it's like, and they were fogging up at that because it was cold in this set we were on. So having to walk down this long corridor, make a left turn, walk down that, and have a stopping mark, it'll be stop and then look to the right. I had to do this all by feel, and I could barely make out the shoulder of Ron. As long as I knew where that shoulder was, I was good. So here we are walking down the corridor on the first take, and action! Walking, 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 we make the turn, good, I'm still doing good, yeah. Poof, I hit Ron, and because we stopped before I thought we were supposed to stop, and so I'm at the wrong angle, I'm facing this way, we're supposed to be looking that way, and so I kind of gently try to get myself, I can't see anything, so I put my hand on Ron's back to get the trajectory of his back so I could because I didn't know where the cameras were either. So I'm touching, I'm doing this, and we're okay, I think I'm good. And we were much closer together. So Guillermo del Toro yells, "Cut! Doug Jones, can we do one more take without you feeling up Ron's ass?"
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him, that's not my shoulder.
Apparently.
I know I have, very well-formed ass, but the tail should have given it away.
He had that long leather coat on, in my defense. I couldn't feel the whole curvature. And the cameras were behind us at that point, so they were seeing the entire feeling.
The good news is that from that point on, Doug and I roomed together and saved the production a lot of money
Yeah.
from that extra hotel room.